There's a type of investigative reporting that we like to do that I call creating new realities. And that is, you become so immersed in the topic, you become the expert on the information, you get to a point where you know more about the subject matter than actually the people who are involved in it. In this case, we ended up knowing more about police practices than the police department. We knew more about how the prosecutor's office had done things than the current district attorney and his associates. Now, granted, they're a relatively new administration, but I would bet that we probably would have known more than even the previous administration, because we took the time, we studied the records, we connected the dots, we asked the questions. It's not unlike a university research effort or a research organization going in and kind of taking things apart and forensically analyzing them and then putting the pieces back together to paint a picture that's not evident to the casual or even the more than casual observer.
I think a good story would be that the fact that most police departments don't have policies. There are very few that actually do. So that in and of itself would be a story. Or if they have a policy, it's not a very lengthy one and it's maybe not really followed. And the same is probably true for prosecutors, that they don't really receive any training about, when a police officer brings a lineup to you, prosecutors aren't trained to say, how did that guy end up in the photo lineup? Or, how did this guy come to your attention, and questions like that. And there's really not a lot of training that goes on like that. And I think that both the Innocence Project or the Justice Project would really be able to, help a reporter, get into those type of stories.